Bang bang. Hey guys, Doppelda here, and today I'm actually going to be playing Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, but as you can see it says the Sacred Trilogy. This is a hack/ROM that I found online. It does a kind of a rebalance/reskin, at least as part of what the hack description is. It changes a lot of the people's classes, it adds skills, it just adds a new style and new strategy that is needed to beat this game, in which this is a game that I've played since I was like 10, and I love it dearly. It's just some points I get, it's a little too easy for me because I know some things, so hopefully, I'm not saying I'm a Fire Emblem Pro or whatever, but hopefully with this it just adds some new style, new things. I have played up to chapter 6 before the final I deleted, but I basically played through it to test it out, see if I'd like it, and I do like it, so I think I'm going to play it for you guys. I'm going to record it all, as well as I'm going to go through Iron Man, or if it's a game over, basically the playthrough is ended. Who knows, maybe I will restart it up at some point, but I may just start doing some Fire Emblem stuff because I love Fire Emblem so much. So yeah, it just, even my mom plays it, so so I mean, if your mom is playing a video game and she plays it, most likely it's a fun game. So I'm gonna play it, do my best to describe some of my strategies and what characters I liked growing up and what characters I like now. And we'll go through and do that in Iron Man mode. So, as well as there's a route split that happens at some point, where one route, of course, is harder than the other in terms of, the base game. I know that the route split is still here. I haven't got to the route split on this, so I don't know if you get to play through both, but I'm going to play through both. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split my team, my cast, give them items. What's left in the convoy, they can, the two routes basically share what's left in their convoys. And basically, once at some point the routes combine, I'm going to combine with those split units. I'll hack the ROM, edit the stats, or at least try to learn how to do that. And that way I have the whole cast from both sides, and I use from there onward. So let's go ahead and hit start. A new game. We are going to do difficult because that's the only way I play. And let's get started. Alright, now for some background of the world. The continent of Magvel. For some 800 years of quiet peace reigned in the absence of the terrible darkness. The sacred stones have been passed from generation to generation. Nations have been built around their power and their legacy. The kingdom of Renais, ruled by Fado, the peerless warrior king. The kingdom of Freelia, ruled by Hayden, the venerable sage king. The kingdom of Johanna, ruled by Ismare, queen of the White Dunes. The theocracy of Roston, ruled by Mansell, the divine emperor. The Grotto Empire, ruled by Vigard, the stalwart, silent emperor. These 5 countries house the power of the Sacred Stones. They are joined by the emergency mercantile republic of Carcino. In these times of peace, tales of past conflict have drifted into legend, and memories of the ancient dark arts have all been evaporated. It is now the year 803. In an instant, the whole of Magvel is threatened by an unexpected atrocity. The Grotto Empire, the largest of the Sacred Stone nations, has invaded the kingdom of Renais under orders of the Emperor Vigard. A long-time ally of Grotto, Renais is caught off guard, unable to mount any resistance. Grotto's forces move quickly, seizing one territory after another. Compounding King Fado's worries, his son, Prince Ephraim, has gone missing. Grotto's momentum carries its armies to the gates of Castle Renais itself. Renais will fall. It is inevitable. Prologue, The Fall of Renais. This game was originally on the Game Boy Advance, for those that didn't know. Your Majesty, I bear bad news. The castle gate has been breached. Emperor Vigard's forces are within the castle walls. I understand. The garrison has fallen. We've lost contact with Prince Ephraim and can expect no aid from his men. Your Majesty, what are we to do? What else can we do? Order your men to lay down their arms. Father. Erica, are you wearing the bracelet I gave you? Yes, I have it right here. Good. Seth. Yes, Your Majesty. Take Erica and head for Freelia. King Hayden is an honorable man. I trust he will keep you safe. Understood. And what of Your Majesty? Me? I shall remain here. We have long held Grotto among our dearest allies, yet now they attack. I must know why. Am I somehow responsible for this? Have I erred in my leadership? Renais is mine to guide. How could I have failed her so? Father, you can't stay. You mustn't. You remain behind, and so shall I. Go now, Seth. Ride. Take her to safety. Father! Forgive me, Your Highness. This got swarmed. Ephraim, Erica, you must survive. General Seth. Friends, ride ahead and bring word of our coming to Freelia. A single rider has better odds of passing unseen by Grotto's men. Convey to the throne that all that has happened here and petition for reinforcements. Understood. Oh, I got the hiccups and burps. Excuse me. Princess Erica, we must. Quickly, behind me! You there, with the girl. Tell me, would that be the wayward Princess of Renais? Well, this must be my lucky day. You're a dead man, and the wench goes with me. Never! I am Walter, the Moonstone, Grotto's finest general. And you're just a corpse who does not know he is dead. Ooh. No. I might change the pixel quality real quick. Oh my god, not that one. Something that's more, sorry y'all, I'm filtering through, trying to find one that looks alright. I guess that'll go. Such terrible wounds, and still he holds to his duty. How entertaining. Fly away, little man, fly away. Try to outrun death. More time to savor the hunt and the kill. Princess Erica, this way. I can see no more of Grotto's men. If we've made it this far, we've surely earned a moment's rest. Please forgive my grabbing you so brusquely earlier. Don't be so foolish, Seth. If it weren't for you, I would never have made it out of the castle. You are the reason I'm still alive. You have my gratitude. And whoever that man was, he was clearly after me. It's my fault that you received such a grave wound. Allow me to treat it. Your Highness, I cannot allow an injury like this to be an obstacle. We have more important matters to attend to. We must press on to Freelia. We must fulfill His Highness' wishes. I didn't mean to skip that. I wonder how my father fares alone in the castle. Do you think he's safe? What of my brother from the Grotto front? We've heard nothing from him for days. King Fado and Prince Ephraim are both valiant and brave men. I doubt even the might of the Grotto Empire can hold them in check. More important to me, Your Highness, is that you look to your own safety. How sad the two of them would be if something were to happen to you. We must reach Freelia to ensure the day of your happy reunion. Yes, of course. You're right. Until I'm reunited with my father and brother, I must not despair. Come, Seth. Let us go. Once we cross that bridge, we will be in Frelia, near border Mulan. Let us proceed, Princess Erica. Your Highness, I won't lie to you. This will not be an easy ride. Please, take this rapier. If something should happen to me, you must continue to Frelia. Alone, if need be. We got a rapier. You there! Renais dogs! Where do you think you're going? Guard those men. Stand back, Princess Erica. It's alright, Seth. My brother has taught me something of swordplay. I will stand with you. Alright. So this is the first chapter that we get to play. And so some of these also use different animations, or updated animations. Let me first go to options. We're going to do 2, because that way it shows the animation in the background. Fast, fast. We're going to go down to window color, green, because it's my favorite color. Sweet. So let's start actually looking at our units. So, for right now, our main character, our main lord, if they die, it's game over, which ends the Iron Man run, is Erica. She is the princess of the kingdom of Renais. She's elegant and kind. She is the lord class. Of course, many of the main Fire Emblem characters are lords. Of course, you have levels, XP. Every 100 XP, you gain a new level. And then, of course, you gain new stats when you level up. It goes up to about 20. Not about 20, 220. Some games have more, like 3 houses. But basically, you can level up 1 through 20. You can promote at 10 under certain classes. Most lord main characters are story-related promotions. In each level up, you have a percentage chance of increasing any one of the stats up there. She also has light affinity, which I know it does something with supports. However, I don't know too much about supports in the GPA games outside of just they give certain stats. You can only have 5 supports. So you already know what HP is, as most games. It's the unit's hit points. If they go down to 0, they die. And if Iron Man, they die for good. Unless it's the Lord, it's a game over. Which, of course, is an Iron Man. It's game over. A lot of people reset for their units. I do the same. However, I'm going to try to play this, and not try, I'm going to successfully play this in Iron Man mode. If I die and I get a game over, whatever. And if a character dies, they're dead for good. So all the investment and time that I put into them, they're gone. And then, of course, we have the stats. Strength, I have the number, the more damage you inflict. Magic, it's basically the same as strength, it's just for mages, magic style. Fighting skill, a higher number of skill improves the unit's hit percent, which we'll explain that in a little bit. Speed, this affects both evasion and attacks. Higher the speed, the faster you are. More luck, the luckier you are. It affects many different things. I believe it also lowers... I believe it may lower enemy hit. I know at least it helps with enemy crit chance to you. Defense, of course, is from physical weapons. Resistance, or most games you know defenses. And resistance is basically defense, but for magic attacks. Movement means basically the semi-space the person can move. They can move 5 tiles or 5 squares on the grid, which is kind of low, but of course unmounted units are like that. Con, the higher your constitution, it makes it harder for those to rescue you. They have to have a higher aid stat to rescue you, as well as it affects the weight of the weapon. So for example, this iron sword has a weight of 5, we have 5 con, that means it has no speed penalties against us, meaning our attack speed is going to be our speed stat. However, if I had 3 con, and this is weight 5, it puts me at a -2, so basically I take my speed -2, and then that is my speed stat. In order to double, somebody must have 4 or more attack speed greater than the opponent, so it's always good to check that kind of stuff. Condition, I don't have a condition on it, but this is like poison, berserk, and stuff like that. Leadership, for each point star, you get 5 hit plus 3 advantage to all allies units per star. More of these, the better. As well as we have skills in this, special abilities that do many different things. They depend on class, character. Each character has their own personal skill, and then class skills as they level up. In this, I've seen. I know, like Seth gets another one when he levels up to level 2. So it's just one of those things. So her Personal skills, charisma. It grants plus 10 hit such a void to all allies with within 3 tiles. This I have seen is absolutely crucial because hitting at these enemies in this early thing and this difficulty is really difficult. So I've been trying to get more used to people's skills and get using them. It's just that the GBA game didn't originally have skills, so it's hard for me to wrap my mind around that. Other games have skills that I'm able to more freely use because, you know, I was used to them. Path to Radiance, Radiant Dawn, 3 Houses, Fates, Awakening, you know, all that stuff. So we're going to check our growths. In the base game, you couldn't check them. If you look at the colors on the stats over here, the greener the better, the redder the worse in terms of the percentage. But we're going to check the actual growth. So when I say level up, you have a chance of increasing your stats. Okay. When you level up, when you get 100 XP, for example, Erica, every level up she has a chance for each stat to go up by 1. She has a 40% chance to upgrade to level up her strength, 25% chance to upgrade magic, 60% chance to upgrade skill, speed, and luck. Each one has their own separate 60% chance, 30% chance for defense and resistance, and 70% HP. So looks like she's going to be really speedy. She'll have, of course, a lot of characters have a higher HP growth than every other stat, so that way they're kind of gaining 1 point of bulk. She doesn't look like she's going to have a lot of defense. She has an alright strength growth, not like terribly good. Her bases are 5. She's started good base in skill, speed, and luck. Defense and resistance are also low. She's kind of frail. She's going to be that way. She's not somebody you're going to put in the front line unless you get lucky and get some decent level ups, and that's what the replayability of Fire Emblem comes into. For the weapon she starts with the Vulnerary, which she heals 10 HP, has 3 uses. She has an Iron Sword with 50 uses, and then her personal weapon, Rapier, which is effective against infantry, which I believe is Knights and Cavaliers. I think those are the only 2. Maybe Wyvern, Knights. I don't really remember, but I know the 2 that I do remember are Knights and Cavaliers. So most Lords in every game has some sort of weapon that's effective to that. And weapon ranks, the higher the weapon rank, the better the weapons used. I can't really pull more information on that. And it also says weapon and support level. The supports will show on there, which when next time we get a support, I will explain that in more detail. Right now she starts with an E. The Rapier itself does a decent amount of weapon XP. You gain a weapon, each weapon has its own stat of weapon XP, which you don't really see. However, if you kill a unit using a certain weapon, whatever weapon points that gives is doubled. So, and then we'll go look at Seth. He is our pre-promoted unit of this game. Most games have one, or at least a stronger unit that can carry you through some tight spots if need be. He normally is a paladin in the base game. He is the young commander of Renais. He's calm, composed, and skilled. He's a silver knight in this one, which allows him to use swords and lances. In this chapter, he starts out with 13 HP because of the cutscene battle, and then later on he starts getting more HP. But always he starts out with low. And I don't really know if this has changed their bases at all from the base game, but it at least added, I believe the strength and magic is separate instead of I forget what the original stat was. I think it just magical characters just had magic, and then physical characters had strength. But his class was originally a paladin, which might as well be a silver knight. So he starts out with really good bases: 14 strength, 15 skill, 15 speed, 13 luck, 11 defense, 13 res, 8 movement. He has a con of 12, and he aids at 13. His personal skill is Savior. He can rescue without penalties, which is great. Normally rescuing, you lose some stats in certain things. I think depending on how heavier the character is, I'm not too sure. But you lose some stats, but this one he doesn't. He also has Canto Plus, which means he can attack and then move away, which is kind of cool. So, and I'm going to try to complete these chapters in the shortest turns possible without losing anybody. You can always turtle it and then always get through with everybody, but we'll play with some riskier plays. His gross 50% strength, 45 skill, 45 speed, 40 defense, 30 resistance, 25 luck, 10 magic, and 90 HP. Really good gross as well. Kind of on the lower side, certain ones like luck, but 30% resistance, 40% defense is nothing really to scoff, especially a 50% strength. That's really good. Yeah, none of them are green like Erica's 60% skill, speed, and luck. However, these are pretty decent bases. Gross, and he also starts with pretty good bases, so he doesn't really need much to grow good. He starts out with a steel sword, steel lance, and a vulnerary. C rank in swords and lances. As well as these enemy units, you can see right here. Really nothing to scoff at either. They kind of hit pretty hard, especially since they have attack of 16. Then, of course, every boss has their own unique skill. And also, he will drop an iron axe, which is cool. O'Neill, a troop leader in Gargo's army. I don't know if that will be the same. He comes with 2 leadership scars. So already they have a +6 to void and +10 hit. So that's great. And his personal skills counter. Physical damage taken at 1 to 2 range is reflected. Basically just meaning if he gets attacked, there's a chance. I don't know what... I don't think it's every attack, but I think it's like a chance. If it is every attack, it hurts. I don't think it can kill the unit that attacks him. I think it just will damage him down to a minimum of 1 HP. Not fun, but I mean, we'll get through it. Alright, so enough with the talking. Let's start, and I'll show you kind of why these guys are kind of scary. They do 12 damage with a 50% chance to hit. So basically, I kind of want her also to get some XP, so we can move her up closer, and then we can wait with Seth and have them come in one at a time. And she dodged. Oh, she got crit. Alright, we'll start it off with a crit. Alright, so you see the thing? She has a 100% chance to hit, 10% damage, 13% crit. So I had a 13% chance of activating her crit, and she did, which is lit. Does she do the same? She does not, but she got hurt pretty hard. So it's a good thing. See, the scary part is that at least he missed. If he had attacked and she got a crit, she probably would have died there, and then the run would have been over. So I will go ahead and heal the vulnerary. Keep her getting them XP. I'm going to try to feed the boss kills to Seth, who I pre-promote. Mostly because his XP earned is lowered than every other unit in the game. And bosses really give him the biggest chunk. So it's really worth, if you're planning on using, which he's one of the best units in any Fire Emblem game. If you're planning on using him, give him boss XP. Oh, sweet. She does more. And another crit. 12% chance that time. That's sweet. Alright. All that's left is your leader. Alright. So, I think, honestly, we're good to just put him here. Equip the steel sword. And just let the boss come and attack him. The boss can go over here. I put him on a forest tile, which grants an extra point in defense and 20 evasion. So, for example, I have 83 avoid and 136 hit. I'm going to put her right behind him. What was that? Do you think you can take me, wretched lordling? Come, it is time for you high and mighty knights to learn to respect a true warrior. I don't know what that voice I did with him earlier, but hopefully that was close enough. You will be the first to die. Now he has a 10% chance. I put Erica close. Oh, so it is percent chance. And that's not a 2% crit. This mod also adds the crit animation when you kill a boss, no matter what. So, you know, just a little extra flavor. What? Ow! And yeah, you see, 15 XP. If I gave that to Erica, it probably would have been a level up for her. So that's how nerfed his XP growth is, as well as on hard mode, XP growth, I believe, is a little lower too. I don't really know, or that could just be his normal XP growth. That could be just chat and crap. Princess, are you injured? What? Oh, no, I'm fine, Seth. But you look so pale. I'm fine. Fine. This is war, isn't it? It's not at all like the games I used to play with my brother or Leon. I never thought. I didn't know it would be this savage. Are words useless? Is strength all that matter? It's so sad. Why would the Grotto Empire do this? To what end would they start a war? Princess, don't worry, Seth. I won't give in to sorrow. Let's get moving. I'm not broken, and I won't stop until I see Renais restored. I won't stop until I'm reunited with my father and brother. So yeah, a lot of Lord characters are kind of average. Erica's kind of on the lower side of average. It just depends. You know, if you put in investment like stat boosters and stuff like that. I'll try to give my opinion on certain units and what I remember them doing. It's been a long time since I played Fire Emblem Light, and as well as it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I played Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, which is Fire Emblem 8, but it's, you know, this new reskin rebalance could change a character into being that used to be really crap to really good. So, Princess Tana, Grotto's forces are approaching. What? So soon? We've had no time. Milady, we lack the arms to defend this place. You must return to Castle Frelia. I can't. Not yet. We haven't found Erica and her companions yet. Erica is my friend and she needs my help. I will not abandon her. Oh, I know. Go ask King Hayden for more troops. Yes, Your Highness. Erica, please be safe. Commander Brigette, the enemy appears to be fortifying its position in the castle. They're tenacious, but they have no hope of stopping our advance. What are your orders, sir? Ha! Orders? You just stand there and watch. I'll crush them myself. As you command, sir. Now this is glitched. I think he counterattacks anyway. It's just part of this rebalance or whatever. Normally, the event is the same as the original game, where the original game, this person gets crit, no matter what. And for some reason, it can't be fixed. Ah! Ha! That's what happens when you face my lance. Stop! Stop right there. Call off your forces and turn back, or you'll have me to deal with. Is that so? And who might you be? Who? I am Tana, Princess of Frelia. I will not permit you to abuse my country any longer. Frelia's royal bride, huh? How convenient. Leave this castle immediately. And if you harm me, my father and brother will chase you to the earth's ends. Yes, I've heard how King Hayden dotes on his precious little daughter. Let's see how true that is. You'll make us a fine hostage, my dear. Seize the girl and lock her up. Right away, sir. No, let me go. Seth, look. I see it. It seems like Grotto's army has already reached Frelia. Princess, this place is perilous. We should bypass Mulan altogether and head straight to the castle. But we can't just ignore this. You were there when Renais was invaded and saw what I saw. You saw how the people suffered at the hands of Grotto's soldiers. Homes were destroyed, possessions stolen, women kidnapped. Anyone who resisted was executed without question, without hesitation. Please, Seth, I can't allow that to happen here. I don't want to see any more people harmed by Grotto's atrocities. Alright, Princess, I understand. Perhaps we could retake Mulan. But, Princess, you must act with caution. Your people need you too. Of course, Seth. Come on, let's go. Alright, Chapter 1 starts. In the original game, a lot of the enemy characters were male, except for some magical. I think part of this reskin changed some of the animations to add more female units in the game, which was lit. So Brigette, he will drop 50 gold when we kill him, hence the glowing green. He is a knight, commander of the Grotto military force. C rank, whatever. Decent stats. He's a knight for sure with 10 defense and 32 HP. He grants +5 hit and +3 evasion per star, so +10 and +6. And in skills verified, a unit can be doubled or doubled, so it does not matter how slow he is with his 1 speed. He cannot double anybody, and we can't double him. And he hits, and he hits hard, and he also just does not receive hits. He receives them very well, actually. So first things first, these 2 houses you could visit are basically there for tutorial stuff. I'm going to move Erica on this house. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to move her in this house first. This house gives her +10 avoid. Most likely this guy right here is going to go after her, and we can easily send Seth up here to deal with this fighter. Because we'll get 2 units this chapter. Extra units added on to. Seth the Princess of Renais. It really is my lucky day. Fame and fortune ride to meet me. Move on, you slugs. Bring that girl to me. Yeah, it's one weirdo. See, even with the extra avoid, this dude just hits. And I'm using the rapier because it also has a crit. I don't want to use it too much, but it's just one of those things where it's a better weapon than the iron sword that I have. And she can't use the steel sword because her weapon rank ain't high enough yet. But yeah, Seth is definitely more than able to kill everybody, especially in the base game. He can kill the boss in like 1 round. So. And some of these units already have 1 to 2 range, which is lit. Not for us, but for them. Oh, look, our 2 units. Well, another good unit in the game. And Gilliam, I kind of like too, especially in this rebalance. I forgot what voice. Sir Gilliam, is that Mulan? Have we reached Frelia's border already?
Aye, we have. Highness Princess Tana should be inside the castle.
But look, the countryside is crawling with Grotto's soldier. Where's the castle guard? Has Mulan fallen? Are we too late?
Too tough to say from here. Princess Tana's in no danger if they want her as a bargaining tool. We men of the Eastern Watch will see her to safety.
Yes, of course. We mustn't give up. We must move. We must retake the castle. And we ride forth to Princess Erica's aid.
I have stronger armor than you. I'll take the lead. Watch my back.
Alright. So 2 more units. We'll go with Gilliam first. An armored knight of Frelia. He's quiet yet dependable. He comes with an iron lance, and he's a knight. Heavily armored knights with poor movement. But they wield, in the base game they just wield lances. When promoted they could use axes. But they start out with lances and axes, which is cool. So the iron axe we get, we can trade to him. Decent base for a knight. I think he's just fast enough to not get doubled by some of these people on this map in terms of this hack. But he hits hard and he can take a hit. His personal skills: rally defense, +4 defense to allies within 2 tiles. This actually comes, I'd say actually, of course it comes in handy. But he can just walk up, wall off an area, grant +4 defense, and then you can charge in with other people. That way they take less physical damage. His gross: 45 strength, 55 defense, 90 HP. Those are the big standouts. I got lucky in my original test playthrough that I got to chapter 6. Every level up he got, and he got like 5 level ups. He got 5 points of speed. He got a point of speed in every level up. Meaning that he had like 10 speed, and he was doubling. And not only does he basically not get hurt, he hits like a truck, especially with axes, because he doesn't get weighed down by them, which is cool. He's really good, from what I remember. A couple points of speed. He starts doubling even stuff on hard mode in the base game in early chapters, but eventually, you know, his movement just kind of catches up with him. As a knight, the only way you can get him good movement is go to Great Knight, and even then Great Knight has less movement than Paladin, which is basically really like one of the best classes in the GBA Fire Emblem games. However, if you play kind of slow and not trying to go fast, or low turn count runs and stuff like that, he's not a bad unit, I don't think. He just has some issues that you'll have to work around and build your team around that. But luckily in this hack, they buffed the knight's movement from 4 to 5, so he's got 1 extra point of movement compared to knights in general. And I think a couple classes he has more movement. It kind of catches me off guard how far he's able to keep up. Most knights kind of fall behind their comrades, so you kind of have to, if you want to use them, they fall behind the rest of your units. So you're either using them in the spot to stand still or whatever. Franz, really one of the best units in the base game entirely. Starts with Iron Sword, 2 vulneraries, and the tutorial, on easy mode, the tutorial is Gilliam gets hurt and you trade a vulnerary, he heals him. It favors lances, but you could trade up swords as well. Let's go ahead and read his character thing. An earnest and compassionate cavalier from Renais. He's a cavalier, one of the best classes of the game because they can promote the paladins. Or silver knights. I don't know which one he's going to be promoting him to. Decent bases. I think he's able to double some of the units on this chapter with their buff stats, as enemies are harder. He does with a 9 con, I think a javelin weighs him down by 2, which is a 1 to 2 range, I believe. His gross are not bad. With a couple lucky level ups early, he can start hammering down in the base game. But in this one, he starts out with a cool skill. Personal skill is Knight Aspirant. When above 75% health, plus 2 damage, plus 15% avoid. This kind of helps him not take damage, and he also deals an extra 2 points of damage, which is effectively having 9 strength. So it's pretty cool, and he has Canto, which basically Canto Plus lets you move after attacks, while he does trading and using an item he can move again. So Franz is really good. I hope to be using him for a long time to come. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a decision. Who do we go after? I think... Alright, this Javelin is a pain. I want to get rid of him. So we're going to go ahead and kill him with Seth. I'll try not to feed Seth, you know, your pre-promote a lot of experience, but use him to help initiate some strategies and some stuff like that. That way you can, you know, have better use for him. Because I want a weapon triangle advantage, which, to explain that, lances beat swords, so they have bonuses. I forget what the bonus is in the GBA Fire Emblem games, but basically you do more damage, you're able to hit more, or they have lower avoid, and they do less damage to you, I think, or at least I'm thinking of Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. But lances beat swords, swords beat axes, and axes beat lances. So try to stay in line with the weapon triangle, and you can't really go wrong. So I'm going to trade to get that iron axe from him so I can use the iron axe. And if you look, well, I do get +2, so I don't do extra attack damage. However, he does 1 point less damage than me. Because if you look, it goes from 3 with 83 hit to 2 with 68 hit. So weapon triangle advantage is definitely very important. And we're going to hit him hard with Gilliam. Big old tanky knight. He hits like a truck and basically takes no damage. Now, some axe users do a decent amount to him, but I mean, he still survives. And so now, if we look, we can kill him. See, 10 with 76, not that good. And I wonder, 1, 2, 3. No, it still wouldn't be in line. But we're gonna move her onto here because it's 1 defense and plus 20 avoid. And I'm actually moving him right here because I don't want that. Can that fighter even reach? Yeah, you can. And I don't want someone to attack with a lance so I don't miss and take a risk of hit. I'm going to attack with a lance because I have a better chance of hitting. And that way I moved right here instead of right below the soldier so that axe fighter doesn't come by and hit me with weapon triangle advantage. If he does. Most of the time they prefer to go after the Lord. But there we go, Franz. Look at you, buddy. And the little orange bubbles are just talk conversations behind them, which I'll get in a second. 27% chance to hit. Oh my good lord, and I just got hit. It's alright. Well, she can kill him. Alright, because we can land on that fort. An iron axe. I'm just going to equip an iron sword, and we're going to have them talk. Is that you, Franz? I'm relieved to see you're still in one piece. Yes, and you as well, General. As long as you can lead us, sir, the Knights of Renais cannot lose. Franz, you and I must work together to protect Princess Erica. I want you to ride with us. Sir, with honor, sir. Just some simple stuff. And I will trade that vulnerary over so I can trade to you. And I will rally. The reason being, his personal skills rally plus 4 defense. He has 10 defense, and now he has 10 defense. So basically, whoever he attacks, 16, basically do 6 damage to both of them. Yeah, that'll put him out of his skill range still, because it needs to be above 75%, which would be 15, but it's less damage than what he originally would have taken. And then we can kill this guy with the Iron Sword. It won't give as much weapon experience, but it saves the use of our rapier. And we get a level up for her. Let's see how this level up goes. Hopefully it's good. Ooh, ooh! That's a great level up. That's a great level up. Let's see how this goes with this. Alright, so we did attack Gilliam, which is fine. Probably didn't want weapon trial disadvantage. So, I'll allow it. Alright. We need to heal you up some. And Gilliam needs to heal up some. And then we can finish this off with you. Just enough attack. Especially since he has his +2 damage from his skill. So keeping him at higher HP is definitely worth it. And we'll talk with Franz and him in a bit. So let's go ahead and end. And now when we get past a certain point, there are more reinforcements that show up. And that's the point that they come out. I found them! Stragglers from Renais! Don't let them get away! Alright. So we need to get you down here. You have a vulnerary. You don't really need to use it. Should I? Yeah, I'll put him here. And we can talk. Princess Erica, it is good to see you well. Franz, you made it through unscathed. Yes, Your Highness. I met up with Sir Gilliam of Freelia and explained the situation in Renais. He told me that Princess Tana was in danger as well, here at Milan. We rode here as swiftly as we could. Tana is here? Franz, we must hurry. Understood. Let's get Seth closer. I want to have him near to save any kind of risky maneuvers, but we have Franz, who's not able to double fighters, but I mean, shoot, hopefully we level up in his strength. Sweet, he's already almost about to level up. Alright. Okay, so you can take care of one. You can take care of both. Alright, so this is what we'll do. Have Gilliam weaken the soldier, Franz kill the soldier, Erica kill one of the fighters, and have Seth kill the other. Everyone gets a share of XP. Gilliam also starts at level 4, that's why I'm not really too worried about leveling him up right now. The main people I want to level up are the lower levels. Just get them some decent stats. Not you, but you and you. You're about to get a good level up, I hope. And we want the lance. Yes. Take them out. Let's see, give me a good level up. Strength and speed. I got speed. Oh, I'll take that. At least that way he can start doubling something. Let's go with the one that has less hit. Yeah, he does more damage, but he has less hit, has to hit. He's still hit. Okay. And then Seth, take care of the last one for me, buddy. And just use a sword. Seth is just a beast. 4 XP. Worth it. Alright. Since we're basically using Seth to take care of the boss, I'm not going to worry about healing Erica. I'm just going to keep her close so that way she can seize it, because that's the objective. Seize gate at the top right. So she doesn't need to be healed. But I also don't want... Oh yeah, start is the map, and then if you hit select, at least on this ROM, whatever button you map to select, you can look at that. I'm going to have Gilliam and Franz take care of this guy. Alright, so go ahead, buddy. get Franz next to him. We can wait another turn. I try to do this as quick as possible, but I also still want to share some XPs in Iron Man run, so. Sweet. Do I want to give it to Gilliam? Nah. Take him out, buddy. There we go, Franz. At least, hey, I know soldiers are pretty easy to double. Alright, so now it's just focusing on him, which he will keep switching weapons. But I do need Erica close to give him a little extra hit. So we'll start with the lance. What we'll do is actually rally first. That way if he does get hit, he takes less damage. So now it's 2 damage instead of the 6, which is nice. Bah! A worthless lot of curs I've been assigned. Alright, and now it's just a battle of attrition at this point since he cannot be doubled. Now I could use Erica with the rapier, however, it's really not worth it. I'll be straight up honest with you. Now he'll switch to an axe that he has equipped, so that way he has weapon triangle advantage. Oh, sweet, I still hit. So now I can switch to the sword, and now I have weapon triangle advantage. You know? That's kind of how it goes. Rally! And he gets the bonus hit from her special skill. Strategies, man. It just really is a battle of attrition at this point. Come on, Brigette. You are going to die. I think he used to have a javelin in the base game and a steel lance. Though, it's been a long time, I may not remember. Alright, and just in case he misses, just kind of still save some HP. If he crits, which is a crit animation, so we do kill him. This can't be. There we go. Boss kill. Got 50 gold. Lit. And now we seize the throne.
Princess Tana.
Sir Gilliam. I'm sorry. I never meant to cause you so much trouble.
It was no trouble. I love to serve, Princess.
Tana. Erica. Is that really you? Tana, what are you doing so far from Castle Freelia? I heard that Renais had fallen, and I was so worried. But I'm glad to see that you're safe. Wait, where is Ephraim? Is he well? I wish I knew. You haven't heard from him? Oh, I hope he's not been harmed. Come, we must go to Castle Freelia. My Lord Father may know something. Thank you, Tana.
And now we unlocked a new location. Big old castle.
Erica and her companions have liberated the border of the castle. Alongside Princess Tana and Freelia, they ride to the Freelian capital.
Oh, Tana, I'm grateful to see that you're safe at home again. You have no idea how worried I've been since I heard you were under attack at Border Milan. You are not to leave again without my permission. Do you understand?
Don't be so mad, Father. Look, I've come bearing good news. Erica, come out now. King Hayden, I am pleased to see you again, even in these sad times.
Ah, Erica! It does my heart good to see you safe.
Thank you. I was able to escape the castle before Renais fell, but I'm not sure of my father.
Yes? I received of your father.
Your Highness? Please tell me, is my father well?
My friend King Fado did not survive the fall of Renais Castle.
No, it cannot be.
Rest assured, Grotto will be punished for its cowardly act. This is Freelia's promise. Erica, please stay here and rest. I cannot imagine how exhausted you must be.
King Hayden, you know of Prince Ephraim's disappearance, do you not?
Yes, we hear the prince and his men hound Grotto at every turn.
It's said that he's led his forces into the Empire itself.
Reports suggest he's crossed the border and now fights in Renville.
My brother? He fights on? Even now?
Yes, my Pegasus Knights bought this information at a great price. Even though Renais has fallen, he charges into the enemy's heart. He is truly Fado's son. What a valiant youth. I wish I knew whether he remains unharmed, but I do not.
King Hayden, I thank you for your offer, but I cannot stay. I intend to ride to my brother's side with reinforcements.
I cannot allow it. I know how you feel, but this plan is suicide. I'd be betraying Fado's memory if I was allowed any harm to befall you. Stay here, rest and mourn. Lead this war to the warriors.
I know you mean well, your majesty. However, I have lost my father and my twin brothers in peril. My brother, he is a part of me. I cannot rest here in peace while he risks his life.
No, Renais has no more army. Grotto's forces decimated it. I wish that Frilio could provide you with support, with soldiers, but my son, Innes, is on his way to meet the Empire's forces. We cannot spare a single brigade. Your own retinue of knights cannot possibly face Grotto alone. Are you so determined to go?
Yes, with apologies.
As resolute as your father, eh? What am I to do in the face of such foolhardy determination? Vanessa.
Here, your highness.
Mulder. You called my king. Gilliam. Yes, sire. You are to accompany Princess Erica and of Renais into Grotto territory. I expect each of you to provide aid and support for her brother. Quite a grave responsibility you have given us.
No matter the obstacle, we will perform our duty.
Our lives are yours. These are some of my most trusted and stalwart vassals. They will no doubt prove themselves quite valuable on your journey. Remember, you are venturing behind enemy lines. You will need supplies. I will have a supply convoy ready to carry your weapons and provisions. It will remain at your side no matter how far afield you venture.
King Hayden,
Thank you. No. Save your thanks for your return with your brother, Prince Ephraim.
Yes, your highness. And we got 5,000 gold out of the deal. We rich. We rolling. Erica, you don't really intend to go through with this, do you? I can't guess how you must feel, but it's just too dangerous. What would happen if you were captured by Grotto's men? Thank you for your concern, Tana. But I have no choice. Don't you see, Tana? I have to go. Erica. Why is this happening? What's gone wrong with the world? Tana. Why would Grotto invade? Ever regard as a man of peace. His people adore him. And you and Ephraim are friends with Prince Leon, are you not? What could be behind this madness? Why is this happening? I have no answers for you, Tana. I don't want to believe it, but the reality is that we're at war. If I do nothing, I may lose my brother as well as my father. This is why I have to fight. It's the only answer I have. Alright. I only saved chapter 2. And I believe this gives us access to the world map, which I'll do a brief little thing of it. You can edit your units' equipment. You can give and take from the supply. If you look, right now we don't have anything in it, but we can give. You can have 100 items in it. We can sell some stuff to get some extra gold if we still wanted to. We got 2 new units, which I'll go over in the next video, since I'll be doing the next chapter in the next video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. If I can answer, I can answer. And I hope you all enjoy this playthrough. Thank you all. Bang bang.